Boom shakalaka, massive Bitcoin and cryptocurrency crash today. What caused it? And the only good news left. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Happy Saturday. Sad day for everybody as Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have crashed outside of any support we have seen in the recent history. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Come join us on Twitter at @CryptoLove. Push that like button. Now, today, fear at 28. This is a lagging indicator. Tomorrow, it'll be down to like 20, matching where it was last month. The overall market, though, down 6%. Bitcoin at 16,760, Ethereum at 1182, BNB at 231, XRP 35 cents, Dogecoin at 7 cents, Cardano 26 cents, and Polygon 81 cents. Now, Bitcoin today has crashed outside of this bullish trend support after being rejected from the yellow line, the 50-day moving average, and also this pink line, which is the lows from June that has now been resistance. We can't break above there yet. Now, not only that, it actually broke back below this 20-day moving average, the orange line right here. Now, historically, in the recent past, when Bitcoin has broken above the orange line, eventually it ends up going up on average about 18%, which would put Bitcoin right at these levels, right below the top of this descending wedge Bitcoin is in. But for the moment, looks like things are taking a turn for the worse for Bitcoin as it can't break through these June levels. Now, what specifically is causing this? Well, there's a lot of fear in the markets. Aside from the recession, aside from the depression, aside from the war and all the other stuff going on right now, we have Kevin O'Leary saying is Binance's fault for the FTX bankruptcy. Well, a funny tweet here from Stock Money Lizards. This is the same guy who invested in Bitcoin in 2018. In 2019, he says Bitcoin is worthless and useless, and then backed FTX, paid $15 million to be an FTX spokesperson, still saying that there's nothing wrong with what FTX did, and now blaming Binance for their bankruptcy. What a show. It is a certainly massive clown show. Talking about fun shows we have going on here. Trump about to bring more people into crypto and NFTs like never before seen in history. Could this potentially be the bottom? Or could this be frothy like we've never seen before? That I don't have an answer for you. But those two things, along with a lot of other things, are causing massive pain in the market, because right now we have the most anticipated recession in history. As if people didn't know this recession is coming for the past 2 years, right now people are betting on it more than ever. The put-to-call ratio is going higher than ever. Not only that, but the deepest 10-year, 2-year yield curve inversion the market has seen since 1981. Recession seems imminent in the next 1 to 2 years, and people are starting to get scared now. They're saying, hey, this could go a lot lower. These may just be the beginning of what could be a multi-year bear market. But if we take a look here, very, very interesting macro setup going on. You don't want to miss this one. The market has shown stunning returns as soon as USD starts plummeting. Here we see the South Korea ETFs rising as the dollar is falling. Now, China reopening would only add fuel to the fire. Could this actually be a contrarian indicator with everything falling? Could this be the last potential washout before we see massive pump with the rest of the world coming on board, particularly China? That I don't know. But right now, the setup, typically, this is the type of environment that Bitcoin has historically thrived in. When we have this breadth in the breadth environment, the breadth thrust, 50% of stocks are now above their 200-day moving average. Now, historically, when we have had this breadth thrust, well, after that, we have seen some massive runs for Bitcoin. Breadth thrust, massive run for Bitcoin. Breadth thrust, massive run for Bitcoin. Breadth thrust, massive run for Bitcoin. We did just have a breadth thrust, and then what happened? Bitcoin crashes 6% plus. What the heck is going on? Why isn't this breadth thrust chart working like it should? And not only that one, but also this Chand momentum oscillator indicates strong buy zones for Bitcoin. Now, it doesn't indicate the bottom, and it doesn't indicate the price won't go lower, but it indicates places where you will get a significant deal on Bitcoin, because having a long-term perspective, particularly when markets are doing shitty, is kind of a good idea. Right now, we are in a strong buy zone for Bitcoin. Not only that, one of my favorite indicators, the MACD, with the signal line, it's going up to fill the right half of the cup. The accumulation of Bitcoin at the middle of the cup gave huge profit in history. So as you can see with the MACD cup, Had you have bought in the middle, that gave for some massive profits historically. Had you have bought the cup in the middle, massive profits. Now, is this halfway through the cup? Difficult to say. You can't really say until you get to the end of the cup. So we may just be, this could be one of the longest cups in Bitcoin's history. But maybe it's not, you know? We can't really predict the future, which brings us to this chart. I think this is the one last good news among everything. I always like things to be somewhat simple. And if we can just take a look at the Bitcoin price chart, take a look at a couple moving averages and the RSI, and we can figure out all we need to know when to buy, when to hodl, and when to sell from that. So if we take a look at this, the sell points, whenever we have a peak in the RSI 25, okay? That happened a few times previously. You would have sold the top every time. But buying and hodling. So buying is when Bitcoin first gets to a discount, and the hodling is when you just need to hold on because the massive parabolic run-up is coming. So anytime the 50 weekly MA dips below the 100 weekly MA, that's the buy indicator. We had this back in 2015, pretty much at the all-time lows, had it back in 2019, just a little bit after the all-time lows, and we've already had this here in 2022. Now, between the 50 crossing below and then the 50 crossing above the 100 weekly MA, that would be the hodl zone. So we're not yet at that point right before a parabolic run-up, but we are at the point where buying Bitcoin at a discount and just being patient is what makes for generational gains, not financial advice. So that's all for today's video. If you did enjoy that, push that like button. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.